the master of felling trees, Neighbor John. Can I have it? I can have it. John, I'm just gonna take John's. Yeah, I do. Wow, as you can see in the background, we just dropped our Bradford pear tree. We did this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was definitely a junk tree, and it has runners that sprout up all around the flower bed that this was planted in, and it was awful to keep the maintenance, to keep all the suckers at bay. And the second thing is this tree definitely has some sort of a disease or something. It's been getting progressively worse. Yes, it was about to bud up. John came into the house and he's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I'm like, "Yes, John, I'm sure I want to do this. It sucks that we're going to miss the blooms, but I'd rather just get this tree out of here so we don't have to worry about any more disease. I don't have to worry about a storm coming through and having the tree fall down." That's another thing I was really worried about. Oh, chainsaws, okay. Before I share some interesting info on the Bradford pear tree, I just want to let everybody know, please do as we say and not as we do. Always use PPE, which is personal protection equipment, when using any type of machinery. A helmet, eyewear, and gloves should always be used. And it's also a good idea to have a professional arborist remove your trees because, of course, they're trained and licensed. We did not take this route because John has lots of experience felling trees. When I started doing some research on the Bradford pear tree online, I was quite surprised about all the information that I found. So Bradford pear trees are basically invasive in nature. They have very weak branch structures, so it can lead to breakage, and it can also choke out native plants. And we're not even going to talk about the smell that these trees put out in the springtime when they're in full bloom. So as far as this being an invasive tree, what happens is even though the Bradford pear tree is quote unquote sterile, it can cross-pollinate with flowering pear trees that are not Bradford pears, and then they actually transfer into an invasive plant and reseed themselves all over the area. And what is the most interesting thing that I found online is actually this Bradford pear is no longer allowed to be sold in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina. They're completely banned. Isn't that interesting? And the lifespan for a Bradford pear tree is between 15 and 25 years, and my tree was 21 years old. So it was definitely time to take this one out of the ground. Anyway, so you know Big Lots, how this time of year they used to have like a tree in a bag, and it was basically a twig?
Okay.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
So,
It got bigger.
I can't complain. This tree has served us well for 20
Yeah.
years, but it is definitely time to let it go.
Okay, well, that's your tree.
I know. It's just, it's hard to say goodbye to a tree. I know. But
Yeah, certain ones I don't mind cutting down. The ornamentals are kind of.
I know it's hard. I know, it's hard, trust me. But I am glad that remember how last year I asked you to do this and you wouldn't?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I thought about it and I'm still at the same place. Yes,
Okay.
it needs to go. So that's
I don't like fast decisions don't usually end up that well.
right, but
I've watched people do it and it's like,
right.
dude.
But I did think about it and
Yeah.
I thought about it for what, 8 months?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she was
Somehow you two are related.
You think?
stepsister.
You're the stepbrother that I never wanted. You just showed up and you never went away. And when you're mean to me, I can just call your mommy and tell her. And good news, the Bradford pear wood, once it dries out, is perfectly acceptable to burn outside in our outdoor fire pit.
Spotted pink lady beetles?
Are they bad?
I don't know. That's exactly what they are.
I am absolutely tuckered out. It has been such a busy but fun weekend. We got so much done. Of course, I didn't get all my roses pruned, but that's all right. I guess I'll just worry about the roses another day. All right, I just had a coughing fit. So, I hope you had as much fun watching this video as I did making this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.